Welcome back, you foxes, to another video, and we're back playing Doki Literature Club. Wait. Okay. I just lowered my volume. Okay, we're back playing Doki Literature Club. So, why is my volume so... Okay. So we go to click load game. We are right here. Hint, you can use the skip button to fast forward through text you've already read. Okay. Who should I start off first? I'm gonna probably start off with Monica. You should start with Monica. I should start with Monica. Yesterday she seemed eager to read my poem, and I want her to know I'm putting in effort. What's going on? Ah, hi Aaron. Hi Aaron. Having a good time so far? Ah, yes. Oh yeah. Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring the things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Ah, don't worry, Aaron. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know. But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. I like it, Aaron. Really? It's a lot cuter than I expected. Oh geez. No. It's kind of it kind of makes me think of something Natsuki would write. And she's a good writer too. So take that as a compliment. If you say so. Yep. By any chance, have you read anything by Shel Silverstein? Eh? Maybe a long time ago. He's famous for telling all kind of stories in just a few simple words. His poems can be funny and endearing or even sad, and sometimes they're only a few lines long. They might even feel like they're writing for kids, but if you think about them, they can express views of the world that would apply to anybody. I see. So, you're saying that Natsuki is kind of like that? Wait. Sort of. Maybe she's not an expert, but you probably won't find much filler in her poems. They might be easy to write, but they're super challenging to get the meaning through. So I can see why it would be your kind of poem to explore. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased towards their own kind of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyways, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know. I see. Well, let's read it then. Okay, we have Monica's poem up. Basically, it's called Hole in the Wall. Hole in Wall. Basically, that reminds me of that weird show where you have to like go through that weird hole in the wall. So let's read it. It couldn't have been me. See, the direction the speckled protrudes. Like, it's written in a weird language. A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend. I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I kneel. I kneel. I think, blind like a film. Like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep. Stretched forever into everything. A hole in infinite choices. I realized now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. Okay, that was pretty weird. So, what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That's it. That is a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of infinite epiphany recently. It's been influenced my poems a bit, and I don't know what that is. Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated. What's this? Always whatever. Fixated on the specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Okay, I have to go save it again. Turn. Okay. So, I'm gonna go with Natsuki last. So, I think I'm gonna go with next Sayori. This is a good poem, Aaron. Are you sure it's your first? Of course. It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time? I guess you're right. But that's why it's impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you would do it seriously, or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy just that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course, I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See, it's like I said before, Aaron. Deep down, you're not selfish at all. You know, trying new things like this for other people. That's some that's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motivation here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah, and I'm going to make sure you have lots of fun here. Okay, that 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 will be my way of thanking you. All right, I'm going to hold you in that then. Yay! Now you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry. Don't worry. I'm really bad at this. Well, see about that. Okay. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy what from my eyes. That's not even a real word. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away the rainy day? A rainy day? I look above, the sky's blue. It's a secret, but I trust you. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. I want breakfast. That's so me in the morning. I want breakfast. Well, Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No, just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little bit better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Oh yeah, I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast. Even though you were late to school. It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyways, thanks for showing me. This was so much fun. Monica's the best. Aw, yeah. But next time, I won't forget. And I'm going to write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. Okay, time to go save it again. Okay, next we're going to go off with Yuri. Yuri stares at the poem. It meant pass more than enough time for her to finish reading. Oh. So sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine. Don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah. Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it. Ah, so it's that bad. No. Did I just raise my voice? I'm so sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to people. It might take a while to get Yuri used to new people. Wait. It's fine. I really didn't notice. It's fine. I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical for new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their styles very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Okay, basically Yuri is like some weird lady. She all she's doing is just saying a lot of stuff, so I don't really know. I might skip all her words and get up to the poem. Well, but if you guys are watching the video and you see every Yuri thing, that means I didn't decide to skip everything, but whatever. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased, though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like this. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Okay, Ghosts Under the Light. Okay, I can't read this at all. The amber glow bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining street light to have withstood the fast of time, the last yet to be replaced by the signet blue-green who of the future bathes calm breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. Okay, I couldn't read that at all, Yuri. I'm gonna probably skip all this part right here. I'm gonna skip all this because I want to hear this because it's There's so much stuff here. There we go. Okay, time to go save it again. Why does it say this? Who should I show my poem to next? There's only like one person here. Natsuki. Okay, well, let's start with the thing. I don't like it. What? Why don't you like it? First of all, Natsuki rereads my poem. Never mind. I don't feel like giving you my opinion. Then what's the point of sharing it? Sharing in the first place? I wrote this when I could have been doing other things. In fact, remember how I said I wanted to read your poem? That's what I had in mind when writing this. I wanted to help you feel comfortable enough to share yours. Like Monica said. Well, I would be more comfortable sharing my poem if yours was really bad. If yours was really bad. You were supposed to show me some dumb poem and make me go, ha, well, it's not that great, but let me show you what real literature looks like. And you went and ruined it. I hope you're happy. Huh? So, in other words, you're saying you liked it. Natsuki retorts get caught in her throat. You're so... You don't understand anything, do you? I already told you that you don't have to go announcing it to the world like you're all self-important. Pretty sure you never actually said that. I say that mostly to myself. Natsuki must really hate me or something. I can't figure out if it's a win or a lose that she liked my poem. In any case, you still need to show me yours, right? Grr, fine, I guess. Only because Monica will make me if I don't. Okay, eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can see, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. Wow. At the end, everything else basically rhymes, and then at the end, that's about it. Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Legit, why does it always look like she has a friggin' tear? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all something and stuff. I don't know what that says. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard, like in the poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like, I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. That's what I was talking about. Like, at the end it didn't rhyme. It helped bring out the feelings in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did ya? Yeah, guess not. I decided to humor her with the last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Wow, done with all that. Pew! I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities, even if they just begin even if they're just being nice. There's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sarah and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly enchanted sheets of paper, sharing their respective poem. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrowed in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? What's with this language? Eh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Aw, thanks. Yours is cute. Cute! Did you complimentally miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Eh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I wouldn't have asked someone who actually I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Aaron did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my writing skills. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Aaron liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Well, basically, I didn't really understand your poem, Yuri, so I didn't really like it. Oh, I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. Eh? That's not what I... You're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Aaron appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours. Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberate go deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do obviously cutesy. Ah, is everything okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one who what? Well, I have to censor that out because it'll get like demonetized since my channel's like all family friendly. Magically grew a size bigger as soon as Aaron started showing up. Natsuki. Wait, gotta see that again. Okay, that was Natsuki. I thought that was Yuri. Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly, both girls turned towards me as if they just noticed I was standing there. Aaron, she's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point in making your poems all concluded for no reason? The meaning should jump out of the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Aaron. Well, wait. There's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessary, limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Aaron? Well, how did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing, but whomever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. Oh no, let me go save it right here. Turn. Let's see. I didn't like Yuri's poem at all. I couldn't even understand it. I didn't even know what it said. I don't really think Sayori will help that much, so I'm gonna go with Natsuki. Yuri, you're really talented. Well, but Natsuki has a point. I think that's a rack my brain in an attempt to back myself up. I think that conveying feelings with few words can be take over. Reader's imagination take over. And Natsuki's poem did a really good job at that. Yeah. It did, didn't it? Shows how much you know. That's not Natsuki. I think that's enough. Huh? Me? But she was so mean to me. Natsuki's voice whined. Look, what we talked about yesterday was right. Writing is a really personal thing, and sharing it could definitely be hard. It looks like we've learned that today. Even small criticism, whatever this is, can lead to something pretty heated. I glance over my shoulder. Sayori is nodding vigorously. Yeah, so you don't need to feel threatened. You're a great writer, Natsuki. Huh? Natsuki's voice gets caught in surprise. Thanks for noticing. She finally mutters that barely adorably. Yuri, Yuri looks at me dejectedly. With a face like that, I can't help but feel bad for her as well. I'm sure that Natsuki didn't mean everything she said. So, you don't need to feel threatened either. Well, if you say so. Hey, it's not like you need to apologize for me. Natsuki takes a breath. A thing about, Natsuki glances around the room. Would everyone stop staring at me? Unsurprisingly, Natsuki has a harder time with it than she boasted. Sayori and Monica looked away. Anyway, the thing about your... I didn't mean it, okay? The thing about your... What? I didn't mean it, okay? That's all. Natsuki looked away, avoiding eye contact with anyone. Yeah, you're naturally beautiful, Yuri. Okay. Sayori. I'll go make some tea. Eh? I was just trying to help. I'm sure she's appreciated it, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. Well, now that we're past that, everyone read each other's poems, right? I hope that it was worthwhile for everyone. Especially you, Aaron. And to be honest, it's a nice chance of pace from the lazing around we got a little too used to. So my joining the club was responsible for ruining the atmosphere? Ruining the atmosphere? No, not at all. Not at all. There's still time before we go home. So we'll all relax for a bit. Of course, besides chatting, we do literature related things in the club room. So maybe you can take the chance to pick a book or do something writing. After all, that's what the club is for. I disagree, Monica. Eh? About what? That's not the most important thing about the literature club. The most important thing is having fun. Of course. Well, I guess that's why you're the vice president, Sayori. Eh. In the end, though, Monica's right. Being in the literature club probably means I can't spend all my time doing nothing. But in the end, I guess it's being worthwhile for it so far. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing your poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worthwhile. It was alright, well, mostly. Aaron, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you learned something for your friends too. So your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself, I did learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination. Aaron, ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Sayori beamed at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, about what happened earlier. Eh? What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Nazi? Does that kind of thing happen often? No, no, no. That's really the first time I've ever seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just want your opinion, that's all. I can see why they'd make good friends with you. Pew! You know, Aaron, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club, but I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too. That's... Every day is going to be so much fun, sigh. It looks like Sayori still hasn't caught onto the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? Well, we'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay. Yeah. Let's do this. Well, guys, I'll have to end it here, and I hope I see you guys in the next video, and see you guys in the next video. Peace out.